Alright, we'll see if anybody cares to join.
Grab screwdriver and one of these, they're flexible.
Hello.
Hey, how goes it?
I'm really tired. That's how it goes. My coding computer broke today. So.
That would be problematic.
Especially, when you make money by coding, it's problematic. So.
Yeah.
I have a new computer. It's a dedicated Ubuntu machine. And so I'm pleased by this.
Very nice.
Dedicatedness to Ubuntu.
Dedicated is good, usually.
Yeah. And so, if you can see the disaster, that's my room. I've been working on printers.
Yeah, it's kind of a disaster in the general area I'm located within.
Yeah.
Well, you're okay.
Yeah. It's, oh God, I know. I want this.
No.
I'm trying to, I'm playing XCOM 2 right now. And there's a stupid guy in Overwatch, and I can't get him off of Overwatch. Get off of Overwatch.
I'm having fun with my friend, the Y-axis being stupid yet again.
Oh.
If we pull this out, it pulls out okay, and for the bulk of it, it's fine. But then when I push it back in, we get a little noisy.
Oh, that's weird.
I take it you could hear that, okay?
Yeah, I could hear.
Yeah, it sounds about that good in real life.
Okay.
I've been attempting to troubleshoot this issue for a while. I actually found it when I was putting the frame together and about to put the top on. Greg actually was on a hangout with me for a little. Basically said not to worry about it, to loosen everything up, and it would be addressed later. Well, this is later.
Oh. Interesting.
And the trick is, when everything's loose, I've gotten it to behave better. But it's still always a little bit twitchy in that last little bit. And it's like, I have no clue what it is. I did realize that the belt that I had over there originally was an inch or so too short, which somehow I managed to fit it. Not entirely.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I even went beyond the point where he's like, oh, it should be smooth, no issues and whatnot, figuring, well, maybe tightening the belt will help, but not really. And I haven't even bothered tightening the grubs because I'm positive step one is going to be loosen the grubs.
Right. Yeah. I have no idea what's causing that.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah. That's like the thing with these printers. Like, the guys wanted me to do like, well, they asked me if I would help them sort of make a guide for getting your printer to sort of just work. Because it's really just sort of looking at the thing and being like, oh God, what could possibly cause this issue? I can't think of anything. And just poking and prodding procedurally at it.
Yeah. I've been more in the poking and prodding and the heck with it for a night and looking at it with fresh mindset the next afternoon and poking and prodding again.
Yeah. So. And it only happens when you push it back there?
Yeah, it's only in the back third that it really has the issue. The front 2/3 are fine.
Hmm.
Like the one thing that we figured out earlier this evening was taking out the belts and checking that. I have been able to manually shift the whole X carriage a little. I think one portion of it's just like a millimeter ahead of the other, if even.
Hmm.
And that was my best guess, but I mean, even just tinkering with that with hands, you can kind of get it to behave a little.
Hmm. Can you locate where the sound is coming from?
The sound's actually coming from back in the corner with the motors. That's
Hmm.
the best I can pinpoint. I mean, at first we figured, okay, the grubs might be tight or the alignment of them might be a little off. I mean, the grubs are loose right now, so it all spins fairly freely.
Yeah.
Not sure if anybody else has run into this problem.
I'm just trying to think of what would make that sound. um.
We were kind of guessing that it was the belt skipping, but I don't know. I have limited experience in this department.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to diagnose what's wrong with printers. Um. It couldn't be the bearing. Bearings sometimes make weird noises like that.
Right. Well, I have determined that one of them is most likely bad in the Z-axis, but it's not bad enough that it's problematic.
Right. Hmm.
Figure it out?
Nope.
Oh.
It is a conundrum.
Yeah, well, I've been having fun trying to get the dual to level the Z correctly.
Could you say that again?
I've been trying to get my bed to level properly, which is fun.
Oh yeah, that one's fun too.
Especially when you get to the part of the manual and it's like, oh, you have a dual? Well, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I can help you out.
Well, these problems are a little more pressing for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My brain just want you to think about it.
All right.
It, like, one thing I noticed about my printer was I noticed it started making funny noises after a while. This probably isn't it, but the alignment of like the belts and stuff started to cause the smooth rod to actually like dig into the acrylic, and it made a grindy sound kind of like that, but not quite that bad.
Back rod, right?
Yeah, that back one, because if you like apparently if you miss a line like that Y over there, like the one with the Y motor, because that's pretty easy to get just not quite normal to the bar, then you're gonna have a bad time because it just sort of gradually moved over despite the grubs and everything.
Right. Yeah, that I haven't really been messing with because I loosened the motor at one point and took all pressure off that belt and it still had some issues. Yeah, all the grooves are still loose in it. Yeah. Ooh, we're trying to loosen.
Tempting.
No one.
Free.
very frustrated with how many different size bolts there were.
Yeah, they could have consolidated the bolt head sizes some. That would have been nice. It's been a game of musical Allen wrenches.
It wasn't that.
I do have the bolts tensions on. So those could be loosened again.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Hold on.
Yeah. See, this is the kicker. Yeah, just
What's the
well, now. So let's see. Where's the mouse? The mouse.
Good. I'm going to take a break tonight. I'll make some people commission their printers. I've returned.
Hello.
Welcome back.
It's not hard to do.
Is it still making the sound?
A little bit.
It's
So the minor discovery or realization is the 4 screws holding the Z-rods in. When they're loosened, the noise is drastically reduced. But as soon as you tighten them, the noise picks back up.
Interesting.
I don't think they know all of that. Right. While you're here, how did you level the bed on the dual?
Well, so do you mean just how do you do like the IR probe leveling, or how did I get
So,
the Z height correct?
well, my big issue is that I can't. Every time I go to like actually level it, it only gives me like that 4 millimeter window to go the negative direction.
Oh.
Then it's either not enough, or it actually will, like, the nozzles will hit later on because the bed, I guess, isn't perfectly flat.
Okay, so this is what I did. Oh, what?
I basically tried to do it a few times where, like, I manually mess with the bed, and then I fix the IR sensor, and then I try and go through auto home, and then I go through the leveling sequence, and I always can't really get through the leveling sequence without the nozzle scratching the glass.
Hmm. What I did was I actually got some like washers.
Okay.
And I would put them underneath each corner in the bed. So, like, if I needed one corner to have, like, if I needed one corner to be higher, I put, like, 1 or 2 washers underneath it.
Okay. So, like,
And
the back seems to be pretty different from the front, so you're saying just put some washers under and try and level it.
yeah.
I thought that was the point of having the inverted screws, is you could tighten or loosen those to adjust.
Yeah, but my issue is the front and the back are different. The screws are great for left and right. Like that. Yeah, I'll mess with that then. Thanks, though.
Okay. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to be as helpful as possible. Ooh, exosuit is done. Heavy weapon.
Well, you're confirming what we kind of already suspect. At this point, I almost think I need to pull out. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Do you hear the high-pitched squealing in the background?
Yeah.
The case of somebody needs more oil, I think.
Put some, that's the point.
I almost think at this point I'm going to have to pull the entire motion system out of the top just to get this thing realigned.
It sucks.
Like, that's the only thing I can think of to really do at this point, because no matter what I've done, it doesn't seem to go.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worth, even just, well, yeah, I mean, do what you got to do. It's really hard for me to diagnose because I can only get so much information.
Yep.
Do I really need?
I really think it's really just operation take the whole thing apart.
What this?
This is going to be an annoying little adventure.
But over the top of it, go ahead.
Well, at least on the bright side, it's Friday night.
Oh my gosh. I've been spending the last 2 days like rewiring my big box.
More rewiring?
What?
You're doing more rewiring?
Yeah, because I had to change the PT100s. I'm changing some stuff with my extrusion system.
What happened to the PT100s?
They got new ones. They have these that have mini Molex or Molex microfits on them. So I was like, I want Molex microfits. So I got the Molex microfits, and then I had to make the cords longer because the ones they provided weren't long enough. And then I was changing the motors on my carriage because I found some smaller ones. They're like 125 grams. And I have some that are smaller than the ones that are on the big box, and they're 295 grams. So they're like less than half the weight of each of the motors by a long shot. So,
Nice.
and if they have enough torque, I think that should improve print quality because you're like reducing the inertia. So then on corners you can get nicer corners. Because I've noticed that my corners sort of bulge out a little bit, and I don't like that. And I want to later on, when I'm done modeling it, I want to put the my new extruder for a Chimera, and then I'm probably going to have it as a hybrid, so it'd be like half direct and the other one would be a Bowden system.
Okay, makes sense.
So and then what else? I'm making all the connections at the print head, so they're like each extruder takes a 3x2 Molex microfit, so I can switch out tool heads more easily.
That'll be nice.
So I'm doing that as well. And I'm just tired. It's been a long week.
Yep. There's been
But my wiring, I'm happy with it. It looks beautiful. It looks like there's so much room for more wires down in the bottom there. And normally it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many wires. Can't stand it anymore. Everyone all right there?
Yeah. Although if I stop dropping nuts, I'll be doing better.
Yep, gotta glue the nuts and the traps.
I glued some of them, but
We gave up later on and glued about 30 or 40.
a decent portion of them decided to cooperate.
I actually finally managed to get like the nut traps that hold like those little acrylic standoffs in the bottom, like that hold the two bottom pieces together or apart or whatever. I finally got all of those in. I was sitting there cussing at my printer for like hours. Those things are really hard.
Those weren't that bad. Just use a screw to pull them through from the other side.
What?
You didn't use a screw to pull them through from the other side?
The nut traps?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking you were referring to the barbs.
Oh, no. I was talking about, there's those plastic or wooden or whatever, like the laser cut standoffs that go by the Z motors, and then there's one where you feed all your wires through.
Yeah. Don't agree.
And those I just didn't have the nut traps in for like the longest time because I was like, this defies the laws of physics. I can't do this. And then I finally, this time, I was like, no, I'm bringing this printer to like Indiana. So I need to.
Oh, you're actually
I
taking it with you?
Yeah, the guys from E3D said that they would have it at their booth. So that saves them bringing one from England. And it gives me a place to put my printer.
Ah, okay. You should get them to sign it for you.
Sign it? I could do that. Ugh.
If you wanted to call it a night, I wouldn't blame you.
Oh, well, I don't mind sitting here and watching you guys try to fix your printer. It helps me learn stuff too.
Okay. I figured by now you've probably seen enough of them, so it's like, okay.
Oh, no. I mean, like, you know, especially with a printer with so many parts, it's like there's no way you can know everything about how they work. Oh my gosh, that was really stupid.
Yeah. The estimate of 2 days, I think, is incorrect. It should have been more like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. I really don't like that. And like a lot of the people who like cover 3D printers, like, yeah, it's about 2 days. I'm like, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, it's 2 days if it's the only thing you're doing.
Yeah. And if you have like the willpower and stubbornness of a boar, yes.
Well, we have stubborn down just fine.
Most of this build was me not following the instructions and then regretting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much all.
Actually.
The same thing with directions is true for some of them, and not true for all of them.
Yeah. The directions are still.
It's been following them to
No. Not entirely. Go ahead. Well, you did have the bench yet first. Yeah. The man who first mentioned.
Where's the file?
It's on the SD card.
Files.
Which files?
Files that
We're looking for.
obviously the files go
Well, they should already be on.
now.
I thought they didn't they preload the SD card?
Yeah.
Yeah, should be preloaded. The simplified paper has the room working.
You spent 3 minutes earlier telling me when I brought in a secret book, when I had one. You didn't tell me that there was lots.
You didn't ask?
I thought you would have told me that when I was explaining that I brought one from home.
Oh. Sorry.
Is that SD card in the box? I'm not surprised. Oh, what's this?
That's a possibility.
Oops. Yellows.
It's not there. Like,
Orange. What's this?
oh,
He said.
Again, orange, blue, white, red.
no, you got orange.
Yeah, basically. Actually, ooh, I could bring a safety cone. All right. Up there, there.
That's,
Do the same one.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, but your charger?
I don't want to play with this.
You're not.
You're either going to enjoy the show of us playing with this or give us a second. Which will probably be the right sounding.
Sure, I'll use that.
I do not have.
Now, the real question is, should I take all of the main carriage out when I'm redoing the alignment or not? Yeah,
USB.
yeah, upstairs.
I don't
Um,
know where it is.
Thank you.
At least this one's quiet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's loud.
Mhm. Yes, gotcha. No, it's okay. It decided to go from 6% to 0 the minute I plug it in.
I've got like all things that listen to the website. Yeah, thanks. It's something on TV.
That's yeah, I guess I'll put mine to charge.
Mark yours, so it doesn't die. Last year.
The deer today. Deer. Huh?
Oh, you saw it, you said, they said I wasn't.
No, that's not what it is. It's not bad.
Anyways, I think I'm going to end the hangout for now and continue with the monstrosity of pulling this off.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too.